Stephen Strutt can be classed as either of two things, loyal to a fault or a madman. Stephen Strutt had a modest goal in mind, and that was to help seriously harm or confront Warren Glover in a warped act of loyalty to his pals and their family, the Stubbs. Stephen was recruited to join a 4-person group on a hunt. Melissa Stubbs, Aaron Stubbs and Peter Walker were also involved. On June 13, 2020, the group had travelled from Manchester to St Helens to carry out the act. During the journey, CCTV captured Stephen stopping off at a shop in order to purchase beer, probably for Dutch courage. Warren Glover was no angel. He was the ex-boyfriend of Melissa Stubbs. Now their relationship was classed as nasty and volatile and short and intense. The two had separated in November 2019. Now Warren Glover then began a relationship with another woman at the start of 2020. However, Melissa and Warren could not let each other go and would constantly text each other and toy with the idea of getting back together. But the two fell out again when Melissa found out that Warren had begun seeing someone else. So, after the constant bickering, Warren then sent messages to Melissa, her parents and most of her friends. Warren made the mistake of dissing Melissa's brother in those messages, Aaron. Stephen Strutt and Aaron Stubbs were good friends, and Stephen thought that he was being loyal to the Stubbs family by going on a drive to teach Warren Glover a serious lesson. Now while the group prepared to enter Fatto Heath, St Helens, Melissa and Aaron's mom text Warren Glover with the message, "Prepare to meet your maker." Now Warren Glover, who was an NHS worker, armed himself with a lump hammer. When Stephen, Aaron, Melissa and Peter arrived in a Kia car at Warren's address, Warren met them, swinging the lump hammer like a madman, his swings wide and overshot, so much so that he damaged the car. Aaron Stubbs had exited the Kia wielding an iron bar. Peter Walker was equipped with a baseball bat. Warren Glover, who was also a dad, then tried to run away. However, Aaron Stubbs struck first, the iron bar connecting heavily to the back of Warren's head. He did not see it coming. Warren dropped to the ground and was unconscious at roughly 10:15 p.m. Now Gemma Craig, who was Warren's girlfriend, witnessed the incident, and she quickly dialed 999 and pleaded for an ambulance to attend the scene, explaining he, which is Warren, had been knocked. The gang had then got back in the car and drove back to Manchester, disposed of the bat and the iron bar, and booked the car into a garage for repair. Aaron Stubbs also threw his phone away. As for Stephen Strutt, he hid himself in Blackpool with his girlfriend, even when he knew that police were looking for him. And as for Warren Glover, emergency services attended the scene in French Street, and Warren Glover was quickly rushed to hospital. He was in serious condition. He was in a coma for a few weeks before tragically being pronounced dead on July 7th. When everyone was arrested, each person claimed they had no bat and no iron bar. They also claimed they were not involved, and they only wanted to see Warren because they wanted to confront him over the horrible messages. Now, it has to be mentioned, Stephen Strutt did not strike Warren. However, he was found guilty of murder, along with everyone else under joint enterprise. 30-year-old Melissa Stubbs was jailed for life with a minimum term of 20 years and 6 months. 30-year-old Aaron Stubbs was also jailed for life with a minimum term of 21 years and 6 months. 39-year-old Stephen Strutt was jailed for life with a minimum term of 20 years. And Peter Walker was jailed for life with a minimum term of 20 years and 6 months. When the sentence was handed down, they were all gobsmacked. Condolences. Stay safe.